Hi, my name is Michelle Moore, and I'm going to show you how to create a Kahoot to assess students in class. The first thing you need to do if you would like to use Kahoot in the classroom is create an account. In a Chrome browser, go to getkahoot.com, click on Get My Free Account, and then continue to fill out the necessary details. I would recommend using your school email so that it is a work account and not personal. Once you log in, you should see this screen. The first tool I would like to show you is how to search for Kahoots that have been previously created by other people. Toward the top, you have a couple of different options. Go ahead and click on Public Kahoots. And then you can search for public Kahoots by most favorites, most plays, most players, or by a key topic or title or subject. I'm going to go ahead and search for grammar. I get a couple of different Kahoots that come up. This one looks interesting, so I'm going to click on it. I can preview the questions. I can show all answers and see what the options are. If I like it, I can favorite it and it'll be added to my library. Once you favorite a Kahoot, it will now appear in your library. So up at the top, click on My Kahoots. I can click on the My Favorites tab, and there it is. A really neat thing about Kahoot is you can also duplicate it, and that way you are able to edit questions or answers, take things in just like if it was your own Kahoot, and you can keep that one public or private depending on your needs. Once you are done with it, you can completely remove it from your library. If you would like to create your own Kahoot from scratch, at the top, click on the purple icon that says New K for New Kahoot, and you have three different options. You can create a quiz. This will make it points-based and create a competition-style trivia game. You can create a discussion Kahoot where you just ask one question and it will drive the conversation in the classroom. Or you could create a survey where students are not necessarily picking a right or wrong answer. There is no score attached to it. It's just to get a feel for the classroom. For training purposes, I'm going to create a new quiz. I think the quizzes are really great for keeping students engaged while you are assessing them. I'm going to call it Create a Kahoot. Click Go. Then it comes up to question 1. Notice you have some options as to how your text appears. You can import an image from your computer, or you can link a YouTube video. If you're doing the YouTube video, please make sure you go to youtube.com first and override it with your credentials before starting the Kahoot, otherwise the video will not be able to play. For tutorial purposes, I'm going to choose a file from my computer and import an image and create a question like, where do you go to create an account? Notice down at the bottom, you have up to 4 answer choices. You could subtract and have less, as little as 2, or 3. You have to mark a correct answer, and for each answer space, you get 60 characters. Notice that you also have the option of giving each question points or no points. The default in quiz mode is points, but you can change it. You can also shorten or extend the 20-second default time. It goes up to 2 minutes. We normally recommend you don't go past 30 seconds. Once you're finished with question 1, you can add a question, duplicate this question, cancel out of the Kahoot, or save and continue. I'm going to save and continue. I can make my Kahoot public or private depending on whether or not I want to share it. I can give it a description, rate the level of difficulty, and I can also include tags if I want people to be able to find it. I'm going to click Save and Continue. I can give my Kahoot a cover, and now I'm ready to play my Kahoot. I can also continue to edit it, preview it, or send out a link and let other people play my Kahoot. After you've played a Kahoot with your students, you can go to your Kahoot homepage, and on the right-hand side, you should see your recent results. This is where the assessment part of Kahoot comes in. I can download the results from my last class, and it's going to give me all the data on my students who played the Kahoot and what they answered in an Excel spreadsheet. So here I have my student names, how many correct answers, how many incorrect, their total score, which gives you an idea of how quickly they answered. The red and green differentiates on who got it right, who got it wrong. So this is also a great time for me to assess. Maybe this wasn't a really great question if most of my students got it wrong, or maybe it's something I need to reteach if everyone is missing it. I can see over here most students got it right, so maybe tomorrow I'm just going to differentiate in groups and pull out these kids who got it wrong and reteach that idea to them. At the bottom, you can also see total correct, total incorrect, the average score. And then if I click on question 1, I can see specifically how long it took each student to answer and what their score was for that question. I can also see how many students answered each answer choice. So maybe there was a tricky distraction multiple choice, or maybe everybody was just guessing. Another powerful tool embedded in Kahoot that was just added is Ghost Mode. So on your homepage where you see your recent results and you can download your reports, there's also a little ghost right at the end of it where you can play that same Kahoot again in Ghost Mode, and students can compete against their original score, but also you can have separate classes compete against the last class. So I would click on my ghost if I wanted to do that, and then it's going to launch it again in Ghost Mode.